Alright, so welcome to lesson 9B, subtracting decimals. So we already talked about adding fractions, and now we're going to jump into subtracting fractions. So let's jump into our first example, 83 hundredths minus 29 hundredths. So first thing you do, bring that decimal point right on down, that way you can keep everything lined up. Now I can't take 9 hundredths from 300, so I need to regroup. So now that's a 7, and now that's a 13. Remember, if I'm done regrouping for each one of my spots, I put a box around it to let me know no more regrouping is required. So 13 minus 9 is 4. I don't have to do any regrouping here, so I'm going to go ahead and box that one. 7 minus 2 is 5. So now I have 54 hundredths is the difference between 83 hundredths and 29 hundredths. Now my next step is to go through and check. So let me go through. So remember, when you are checking subtraction work, remember you take your two smallest numbers and add them back together to see if you get your larger number. So 9 plus 4 is 3. Regroup that 1. Don't have to regroup anymore. So now I can put a box around that. 5, 2, and 1 is 8. Oh, I forgot to bring my decimal down at first. So, and 83 hundredths. That does match what I had at first. So the Super Gucci sign, check. Now, let's go try our next example, which is 6 and 300ths minus 2 and 96 hundredths. So now this one we have to subtract. This one we have a 0. We're going to have to subtract across the zeros. So I can't take 6 away from 300ths. So now I don't have anything in my tenths place, so I'm going to have to go all the way to my ones place to start my regrouping. So that's 5. That's 10, but remember I have to regroup over to my hundredths place, so I need to regroup again. So that's 9. Sorry, messed up. That's 10. Box that, and now this is 9 right here. So now I can go through and I can start subtracting. Well, 10 minus 13 is supposed to be a 3 right there. So 10 minus 13 minus 6 is 7. 9 minus 9 is 0. Bring my decimal down first. I forgot to do that. Make sure you bring your decimal point down. Make the mistake that I just made. And then 5 minus 2 is 3. So now I need to go through and check my work. Remember, I'm going to add 2 and 96 hundredths and 3 and 7 hundredths to see if I get 6 and 3 hundredths back. So, change my color. 3 and 7 hundredths. 2 and 96 hundredths. So I'm adding a check. First thing I do, bring my decimal point down. 7 and 6 is 13. Regroup. 1 and 9 is 10. Regroup. 3, 2, 1 is 6. And that does match my original answer. So, Super Gucci sign. And that is the end of our lesson on subtracting decimals.